and that you are not a victim to any, because you're just the container, and nothing from inside experience can come out of experience and touch you as the container. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So this video is going to be an extremely powerful way to clear your fear. So what is this extremely powerful way to clear fear? Well, it has to do with opening up your awareness, expanding your consciousness, so that you can allow the fear to naturally resolve. So we're not bypassing, we're not, pushing it away. What we're doing is we're going to allow the fear to naturally So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to get into that state. And then I'm also going to talk about the benefits, and I'm also going to bring up a powerful meditation practice that you can do on a daily basis to clear your fear at the start of the day. So stay tuned for the end of the video for that. Okay, so what is the method? How do we begin the process of resolving fear naturally? Well, it's as simple as realizing that you, as consciousness, are the container for the experience that you're having right now. Specifically, the experience of fear. And you can apply this to any emotion that is happening. You see, when you realize that you are the container for the experience naturally unwinds. It naturally relaxes. Whatever is happening naturally begins to move in the direction of ease. And whatever emotion you're feeling, whatever negative emotion you're feeling, when you realize that you are the container, you shift your identity to being the container of the experience, that emotion will naturally begin to integrate naturally. And whatever response you're having in the body will start to subside. So how do we become the container? More accurately spoken, how do we realize that we are the container? You realize that you're the container by realizing that you are awareness and not the body. Most people come at life from the perspective of feeling like they are their body, or from the perspective of being the body. And the reason why that's problematic is because it makes you into the victim. You become a victim to everything else that's not the body, right? So the power of realizing that you are the container for the experience. You're the container for the experience of the body. And you're also the container for the experience of all the emotions that the body goes through. So when you realize you're the container, you're the consciousness within which all of this is appearing. Now you're shifting your identity. Very important word, identity. You're shifting your identity away from being a physical body person to being awareness, which is not a victim. Awareness can never be victimized. Why? Because awareness is not an object. Awareness is not subject to anything that an object can be subject to. In other words, if you believe you're the body, or the mind, or both, then you're subject to being damaged by other things, right? But when you realize that you are awareness, then there's no separation. There's no separate self. There's no form to be that's separate from other forms to be impacted by those other forms, right? Awareness is not a form, so it's non-dual in a sense. And that's the power of realizing that you are consciousness, awareness. You start to no longer be a victim. So, let's say you're having an emotion right now, or whenever. You're having an emotion of fear, your body is all tightening up, and you're feeling spooked, you're feeling scared. Maybe your heart's racing, or you're feeling tension in your body. Your breathing is more shallow, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what's going on, why this is happening, or maybe you do know why it's happening. But all you really know is that you don't want to be feeling that anymore. You don't want to be in that state. It's ruining your life. It's making you not creative. It's making you miss out on tons of amazing opportunities. So then we apply the realization that you are the container for experience. You are the container for the experience of that fear. So you're no longer a victim of that fear, because you realize that you are actually containing it, it's appearing inside of you. It's not appearing to you. Like it doesn't have you by its grip. You realize that you actually have fear by your own grip. You are actually in control. You are actually invincible. Because the fear is simply appearing to you within your consciousness. And you as consciousness are not victimized by what appears. Think about that for a moment. You as consciousness are not victim to anything around you, around the body, because you're not the body. So allow yourself to be the space within which the fear is happening. And just by doing that, you will realize that you are that space, and that realization will allow the fear to integrate naturally. And it will allow the fear to naturally undo itself, because when you shift an identity to being the container, you're no longer a victim, and the fear will no longer torture you. So this is extremely powerful. So try this out. Now I wanted to talk about that morning meditation method to clear fear for the whole day. So this is a very powerful meditation that you can do every morning. I'm just going to describe it right now. And when I make a guided meditation for that, I will put that guided meditation at the end of this video or in the description below when I make it. I haven't made it yet, but if I did, it'll be down there, so check it out. So in the morning, every morning when you wake up, what you can do is get comfortable, sit down somewhere, seated upright, close your eyes, slow your breathing, try your best not to think about anything that you have to do for the day. Your day hasn't even begun yet until after this meditation. So just sit down and close your eyes and practice being the container for the present experience that you're having. Practice being the space in which everything is arising, sound, sensation, thoughts, feelings, smell, whatever. Practice seeing that you are the container. And do this for 15 minutes of just noticing whatever's arising and noticing that it's arising within consciousness. And that you are not a victim to any of it because you're just the container. And nothing from inexperience, nothing from inside experience can come out of experience and touch you as the container. Nothing. Because you are not an experience. The experience is happening to itself. It's happening within consciousness, but it can never reach out and hurt consciousness. It can never come out and touch awareness. How could it? That you would only be the container for that experience, and that would be an illusion anyway. But you would still be the container for that. So even if you think something was touching awareness, that would just be an idea that is contained by you. So nothing can actually come out from the movie of life, the 3D movie of life. Nothing can actually come out of that and harm you. So do that 15-minute meditation every morning, and over time, your fear will just get smaller and smaller and smaller until it just doesn't even arise anymore, because you're going to realize that you are the container, and you're not this. You're not the body. You're not the victim. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I try to hit it for you, but I can't come out of the screen of experience, so you have to click it for me. And subscribe. And I'll see you in another incredible video. So stay fearless. I'll see you next time.